On a dark, wartime airfield in Britain, the night belonged to engines, shadows, and men too tired to be afraid anymore. Bombers lined the runway like sleeping giants, waiting for the next mission. And patrolling the edge of the camp was not a dog, nor a watchtower, but a single gray and white goose the crews called Greta. She wandered the fence line, pecked at stray crumbs, and stared at anyone who came too close with sharp, suspicious eyes. The ground crew joked that she was their night shift guard dog, but they kept feeding her all the same. One night, the briefing was over, the lamps were blacked out, and the crews finally tried to sleep. The airfield looked quiet. Too quiet. Along the fence line, two dark figures slipped through the wire and crawled toward the bombers. They carried no rifles, only tools and small, deadly charges meant to destroy more planes on the ground than any dogfight in the air. Hidden by blackout and silence, they moved under the wings, placing explosives near fuel tanks, working fast and low in the dark. Greta heard them first. She stopped preening, her neck snapping upright. The easy calm in her eyes vanished, replaced by a hard, bright focus. She heard the wrong footsteps in the grass, smelled strangers and oil moving where no one should be at midnight. Greta marched toward the shadows by the bombers, then exploded into motion. Wings spread wide, beak open, she charged the intruders and unleashed a storm of furious sound. Her honks tore through the sleeping camp louder than any alarm bell. Honk! 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 In the huts, Flight Lieutenant James Carter jerked awake. He knew that voice. Greta! Outside, the noise swelled. Panicked shouts, boots hitting the ground, doors slamming open. Spotlights snapped on, slicing through the dark and freezing two stunned saboteurs in harsh white beams. One tried to run, tripped on a cable and fell hard. The other froze as hands and rifles closed in. A small charge rolled from his fingers and came to rest under a bomber's wing. A mechanic dove forward, snatched it up with shaking hands and forced himself to disarm it before anyone dared to breathe. By morning, the airfield still stood. The bombers were intact, lined up and ready to fly, saved from destruction by a voice that refused to stay silent. Near the runway, Greta stood on a small rise, calmly preening her feathers, as if nothing at all had happened. The men of the squadron never laughed at their guard goose again. To them, Greta was the guard goose at midnight. Proof that in war, a loud voice in the dark can save more lives than anyone will ever know.